one of the coolest things that we do at Enevive in our research center in Pleasant Grove is we give away free purified water to anyone. Anyone can come to our research center because we believe you have a right to safe water, and that we shouldn't pay the cost of some polluter 50, 75 years ago that polluted the soil, and now it's just coming up and killing us. We shouldn't suffer that consequence, but they're gone. There's no one to take responsibility for it. They're out of business. They're gone. So what we do is the evidence of what we believe, and what we do is give away that water. Anyone can come with any jug, any size. We have filled up RVs. People have pulled up. We run a food grade hose. We fill up their RV with ultra pure, safe, fluoride free, lead free, no arsenic, no contaminant. It's pure water. And not too far from right here, there's a really, really popular water store, the Water Wellness Store. And they sell water for $1 a gallon. That's their model. They sell water, right?
Yeah.
We do better water for free.
Wow.
So our goal is to now have water centers all across, up and down the Intermountain area and nationwide. So that's kind of our next level growth plan.
You just ring the bell, you walk in, you fill it up. There's nobody standing there with a clicker. There's nothing. You fill up your water and away you go. I've got a family member. I'm not going to name my mother-in-law. I'm not going to point her out. And she goes to the Water Wellness Store and comes in with her jugs and packing them up and down the stairs. And it's a lot to carry up and down into the basement. And she loves the guy. She supports the guy. And I told her about what you're doing. And she's like, he's giving it away? And I'm like, yeah. Because it's important to him. And she was just like, man, there's got to be a catch somewhere. And I'm like, I've asked, I've looked, there's no catches. There's no, he's just doing this because it's something that you believe in doing.
Yeah. So to get back to the community. So in Pleasant Grove, 3 years in a row, starting in 2020, we moved in and built our research center there. And it's a really cool little facility. They had a boil order. So there was E. coli in the water, got into the water supply. And so that's where they put a notice on every door to alleviate liability to the city. You have to inform the consumer that there's E. coli in the water that can kill you under the right circumstance, or the wrong circumstance, right?
Yeah.
So boil order happens. We're there. We have our water center going. It's free water. We had to line out the door. The next year happened again. And then the third year, so 2020, 21, and 22, boil orders, consecutive years, and they don't know where it came from. They have no clue because it's a break in the water distribution line. Think of all the old water lines that send the water through the pipes. We have pictures of them. Maybe we could edit one in
One
right
of those
here.
You don't want to know.
I'll send you one and edit it in. There it is. So when you look at that, we don't think about those old crusty water lines that are siphoning in dirt when they leak. And by the way, 10 to 15% of the water that a municipality sends out that's pressurized out, it's lost everywhere in the country. Some are even 30%.
What?
Old leaking infrastructure. It leaks.
So if it's going out, you know it's coming in. Is
That's
what your
right.
point is.
Yep. If it's going out, it can siphon it in. And that's what they think happened. There were boil orders that happened right before Christmas in 2016 in Linden, to December 23rd, E. coli in the water. Christmas Eve, boil order. Boil it before brushing your teeth. Food prep. Any kind of water, of course, your ice. Don't drink it. Don't consume it before you boil it. And then that takes the liability off of them. They've notified you. And then you sit around and wait until the boil order is lifted. And that might be 3, 5, 7 days. And so that happened just recently. Like, it happens all over. 1,500 boil water notices a week in the United States right now. And those numbers are going up. And that is a direct quote from a heroine of mine, Erin Brockovich. Literally. So 1,500 a week. You do the math, that's 30 boil water notices a week in every state every week. Not once a year, but every week. And so we have an aging infrastructure. But water softener companies don't know this. They just sell water softeners. Save on soap, no more ring in the toilet. That's what they do. But there's such a bigger aspect of water treatment. And so we do the research, we study what's in the water, how it affects the human body, and then with science and technology and the right application of the different types of media, we can get those toxins out of the water. And you can start here and go here, and you can graduate. You can do a little or go all the way. We do everything for anybody. A shower head filter. We have a new filter that's out. It's a bath ball, and you strap it on the end of your bathroom faucet for the tub, turn on the warm water. The water goes through the filter. You got filtered water for your kids. So you can do it if you're a renter. You can do it if you're a student. You can screw on a shower head and take a shower so you're not absorbing these chemicals that cause cancer through your skin directly into the blood.
Oh, cow.
Water softener companies don't do that. You think a water softener company is going to give away free purified water?
No.
No, none of them do. I've never met one that has, and I've traveled the whole country to look. So doing things differently, look at the client, right? Look at your customer. That's the ultimate product that you sell. It isn't water treatment systems. It's the experience. And it doesn't matter what industry you're in. Figure out the why. Why is it what do I believe? Do you believe this? We believe this together? Oh, that's easy. Let's do business. Start with a why. And re-engineer your client experience. And it does not matter if you're selling widgets, hamburgers, anything. Real estate, homes, cars, and I've figured out and I've created this DER method, and maybe we'll come back on another show and talk about the DER method. But by doing this, what happens is anytime somebody has an exchange, right, and it's happening right now, everyone is asking themselves when I'm talking, do I believe that? Is that true? And it happens really fast. And one of two things will happen. With what I say, your interest level will either start to rise or your resistance level will start to rise. And I've created a methodology and a system that you can, because anytime you meet with, especially in a sales presentation, people's resistance is high, interest is low. Well, what if you could track and you could actually mark with a system of how to create a way to lower the resistance, like a heartbeat, boop, 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 right? While increasing at the same time interest level. And what happens is when resistance is lower than the interest level, from that point forward, I call that trust. That's trust. When resistance is lower than trust, or interest level, when resistance is lower and interest is higher, from then on out, you're in a trust factor. So it's called the DER method. It's really, really cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Rob, why would somebody want to watch this podcast?
Why wouldn't you? We have a good time. You're going to learn something. And by the way, it's awesome. You should click it. You should watch it. Thanks for tuning in.
Subscribe right now.